So I finally took out my air conditioners today because it's just like last night it was super fucking chilly in here, and I'm like I gotta take these things out because I feel like that's why it's as chilly as it was last night. When I went to take the downstairs one out, it looked like there might have been like some mold on the back vent, like the back of it, the outside part. So I was like trying to see if I could clean it off. So I was like spraying some bleach cleaner in there, and it was like not coming out. So I texted him a picture of my dad, and I was like, "Should I can I salvage this? Like, can I clean this?" And he was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Just put some bleach cleaner in. If it won't wipe out, he's like, just spray your hose on it." I fucking sprayed my hose on it, and it fucking blew right through it, like just an immediate hole right through the back of it. And I was like, "All right, I guess this is like corroded or rotted or something." So that air conditioner went in the trash today.
Both of my ACs are on right now. I can't fucking take those. Like, I need them 24 hours a day.
How is your house hot?
I'm just overly hot all the time, so I need like.
Bro, you're wearing a sweatshirt.
Cold.
Take the fucking sweatshirt off.
This is like a piece of paper, and I have like a tank top under this. It's like this is fucking like nothing.
I don't understand. It doesn't get cold in your house?
Once I have the AC on, it does. These like apartments are like actually really well. Like, we don't have to use heat really a lot, ever, which is kind of nice. But
I guess I don't know. That's a wild concept to me. So yeah, that was part of my day today. Anyways, welcome everyone to the Past Control Podcast, a show where a couple of best friends talk about the latest in video games and nerd culture. Sometimes we have guests, sometimes we talk about fucking blowing holes in air conditioners. Either way, we have a new episode for you each and every week. As always, I'm your host, Brenden Groom, and joining me on this lovely Sunday evening on this Halloween weekend is the anime senpai himself, Mr. Michael Lazier. Mike, how are you doing tonight?
Yeah, same old.
Okay. Also joining us, of course, is the payload poppy, Todd Gary. Todd, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing good. Lots of games to play. Lots of games.
That is a very true statement. And rounding us out, fresh off a plane from Disney World? No, Disneyland. I don't actually know. World.
I'm here.
Is the Disney Daddy, and he's here, Dominic Forey. We're not gonna bullshit too much. We're gonna just get right into it. But before we do that, a couple of housekeeping things. If you were listening to episodes earlier this month, you realize, hey, it's the end of the month. Why aren't we talking about fucking Shrek the Musical and or Little Shop of Horrors? We'll be talking about those next week. So next week's episodes will be those episodes. So if you were looking for that movie episode, it'll be next week.
I have my picks if you guys want to get people ahead of it.
I mean, if you want to drop picks for November, we'll be November. So if you want to do that, you can load them in.
I'm not ever going to do this again.
Oh my God, here we go. Wow, double feature daddy over here.
Time. That's it. But I think it's movies that everyone wants to watch minus Brenden.
Oh, even better.
So I'm just going to pick Nope, and I'm going to pick Barbarian. Those are my two picks for November, whenever we get to it.
So is Barbarian streaming anywhere?
Yeah, it's on HBO Max.
It's on HBO Max now.
So here's
and Nope's $5. It's
You're making me spend money?
I think you might like Nope, actually.
Hold on. We're going into uncharted, dangerous territory right now.
No. I said I'll never.
Dom has been doing double features.
Yeah, I don't mind
because he's been trying to pair it to like whatever's going on his month.
I want to do a creature double feature, and I missed October, so this is like my.
So then you can get it next year. What the fuck is this shit? We don't just all pick 17 movies.
We're gonna be the same.
Honestly, both of these movies are like an hour and 20 minutes too. They're super quick watches. They're like not long. Actually, Nope's Barbarian's like super quick, like very, very quick.
I also want to point out a little inside baseball for the listeners and for Mike and Dom. Todd has not watched Shrek the Musical or Little Shop of Horrors yet, and he's already fucking dropping two more movies.
I watched Shrek the Musical last night.
You're such a fucking liar. No, you did not.
No, I really did. I did, because I thought we were going to do it today. I wasn't sure if we were or weren't, so I made sure I watched at least Shrek the Musical, because I've seen Little Shop of Horrors like 100 times, but I do want to watch that again. I'm going to watch it with Amanda tomorrow night, though, because I'm making her watch it. I don't think she's ever seen it.
Bro, how I don't know. I might be vetoing this. I might be
Don't
vetoing
do it, man.
this.
It's good. Honestly, watch it with Jen. You'll probably both love it.
Bro, 2 fucking movies and 2 horror movies at that? Like what the fuck is this?
I wouldn't really call them Nope. It's more suspense. It's not really like horror. And I honestly, same with both of them. Have either of you guys seen either of those movies?
I saw
Maybe.
Nope.
You saw Nope? Okay.
Yeah.
I think both of these movies have awesome I think there's like
It was
a
alright.
lot. I think there's room for a lot of discourse in both of these movies, though. Like, you know, going into people hate on fucking Jordan Peele though since Get Out.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm vetoing this to be honest.
Don't get out of here. Don't look up anything on Barbarian. Whatever you do, do not look up anything on Barbarian. Just go in blind, please.
You'll
Please,
hate it.
please,
That's
please.
why.
No.
Yeah,
it's
I'm going to dislike both of these movies.
Nope wasn't scary.
Exactly. I'm telling you, Nope's not a horror movie. It's like
Nope wasn't
suspenseful. It's like Twilight Zone. It's like, yeah.
So we'll watch Nope. You'll make everyone fucking pay money to go see this movie. We're not watching fucking Barbarian.
Get out of here. Barbarian's like
We're not doing. You can do a double feature, and whoever else wants to watch Barbarian can do a separate episode of just that.
Barbarian's like the main pick.
Bro, it's
like,
fucking November. You just said we have a million games to play. I don't have time to watch 2 movies.
Yes, you do. You have plenty of
I
time.
don't have
You
any
all the
time. I have
in the
no
world.
time. Mike, you're on board with these 2 movies right now?
And I just want to tell you that Amanda
I'll be honest.
loved.
I was still trying to
loved-
watch The Simpsons, so I wasn't paying attention.
Amanda loved Barbarian, by the way, and she's not a horror person at all. She is like nowhere near someone who likes horror movies. Like, does not want to ever watch them. Doesn't ever like anything. She's never watched Hereditary. She won't watch it. So like,
Yeah,
that
the movie sucks. She's making the right decision by not watching that shit.
No, she just knows how dreadful Hereditary is. But she loved Barbarian. Like, we were like still talking about it like 3 days after we watched it.
Everything that I've read about Barbarian has not been like articles. It's been like a blurb that says, "Do not read about Barbarian."
Well, I gotta say, like, it's like crazy how good the internet's been about not ruining that movie. Even Nope. I feel like both
the
of those.
spoiler for Barbarian seems to be like, don't spoil it for yourself.
Yes, it's like it's gonna be like a loss for you because like you'd have no fucking clue where that movie's going the entire time. Like even like an hour into the movie, you're like, what is happening?
That's good. That'll make Brenden nice and comfortable
Yeah.
while he's watching.
Can't wait for this movie.
Honest, once you hit the middle ground of it, like I don't want to say much. Like I was trying to compare it to Cabin in the Woods, which Brenden also hasn't seen. It's not like the same thing, but it's like very kind of like I don't know. It's hard to describe.
That
It's very
seems like
funny.
a much better pick than the other 2 movies. Is Cabin in the Woods?
Yeah, I'm not a big Joss Whedon guy these days anymore, though.
I thought you said it was a fucking.
Joss Whedon did Cabin in the Woods.
I thought it
New
was.
one, right?
I thought it was fucking Taika.
No.
Is he in the movie? Oh, am I thinking of What We Do in the Shadows? Maybe.
Yes, yeah,
Yes.
that's a straight up comedy.
I don't know. I don't know. Double feature? Are you fucking kidding me? What's happening right now? Mike, you're on board with back-to-back double feature months. You're on board with this.
I'm not on board for that. I don't think anyone listens to me.
I mean, that's 2. Dom, you're the swing vote here.
I mean, I've already watched Nope. Like, it came out a couple months ago, so I've seen it like recently.
Yeah, so that's
I don't
what
really
happens.
care.
For you and
I don't
Todd,
really
it's not a
care.
double feature. For me and Mike, it is a double.
I'm watching it
Absolutely.
again. I'm absolutely watching it again because I'm like excited to watch Nope again. I liked it that much.
I don't know. I'm fucking vetoing this. I'm not on board with a double
Come
feature.
on, get out of here.
Bro, I'm not. If this was January and we had nothing to do, cool. No,
I'll pick
it's fucking
Terrifier.
November.
I'm gonna veto it and just pick Terrifier.
No,
then.
because guess what? At the end of this year, the movie club is over. It's done. Goodbye. All set.
Finally.
We the whole purpose. The whole purpose.
Movies that you guys pick.
Yeah,
So,
because
I mean,
I
like-
feel like I'm picking movies that no one has seen, myself included.
So am I.
You've
Guys,
2 of you have seen Nope,
Yeah,
and you
but
already
I've
watched
seen
Barbarians. What are you fucking talking about?
every movie. No, I'm talking about like that I've seen, but not you guys. Every movie I've picked, I've asked if you guys have seen it. I've made sure.
All right,
like
Dom has
you
seen
guys
Nope,
have-
so looks like that
Trust me.
crosses it off.
Listen, I think that some of these movies we pick aren't necessarily good for like talking about them. I think both of those movies are really like we can really like dive into these movies and like it's like it'll actually be like really fun conversation. Like talking about like certain aspects and like what the movie's going on. Like I honestly think Amanda agreed with me on this, and I never use Amanda for anything, but I'm saying like she even agreed. She thought
You've
like
used
both
her a
movies
lot in the last fucking 5 minutes, but
because she loved both of the movies actually, and she hates fucking horror movies.
all I'm saying right now is come January, the movie club is changing drastically. Is changing fucking drastically because this is
So what?
I don't know because the purpose of this all originated because everyone said I don't watch movie. Well, I don't watch movies, and
Yep.
there are all these cultural touchstones. You know, these amazing movies make me watch movies. We've watched, I would argue, like 50% of the movies have been fucking garbage, and I feel like that's been on purpose.
Dude, no, that's like you. That's just a you problem.
First of all,
that's a you problem. These movies are like 90%
Dom is
on
smirking because he
Rotten
picked the fucking country bears. Like, think
Well,
about
I mean,
this.
like,
My last year was just nonsense.
He's got
Yeah.
a theme going, you know, like he's got a theme going.
This year was my theme
Better.
was intentional because you guys don't watch. Like the idea was that
Yeah.
you guys don't watch musicals.
Yeah.
Yeah. So at that case, I should have spent my whole year picking horror movies if that's the case, because you guys don't watch horror movies.
I mean, I do watch horror movies, but
No, I know, Dom.
that's fair. That would be an idea.
So what's your theme gonna be, Mike?
I've been picking like safe picks.
I haven't decided yet.
For you
Mike
guys,
has a
half the
theme.
time.
It's picking movies off of a list that he hasn't watched yet.
Yes, 100%.
I'm fine with that, but I'm fine with that because at least that's something that Mike wants to enjoy.
That was my theme, but I think all of my movies except for Booksmart had been movies I'd seen before.
Yes, that's true. There was a while where you were, yeah.
I don't know. I think we are taking a dangerous turn down the movie club road, and it's gonna just continue to be. Oh, you know what? I don't know. It's really like we gotta watch all three of these movies for it to make sense. We can't just talk about one of them. Like
what's like the dangerous turn though? Because like
we're doing a double feature, and now we're doing another double feature.
And that's out of like how many months? Like 24 months. We've done probably 3 double features, this one included. That's not a lot.
That is incorrect. We did a double feature for.
Dom
has done, I believe, 3 double features this year alone.
Yeah, I
think
did
you only
2.
did 2.
I only did 3.
Wait, what did you do 3? You did
last December we did a triple feature. Last year we did a quadruple feature for. We did all 3 Matrix trilogy, and then we did Matrix.
Wait, we didn't watch any of those.
Yeah, and that was your pick.
No, it was not. It was we talked about it, and I said I'm not gonna pick these, but if we want to make December this, if everyone's cool with watching it, and everyone was cool with watching it. Not everyone's cool with fucking Todd's horror double feature in November.
We also did all 3 John Wicks, did we not? Did we do that?
Sure.
Yes.
Is that a thing?
Yes.
Oh, did we really? We did all 3?
So what I'm hearing is Todd does not
you
watch the movies if he's already seen them.
So you can pick a triple feature, but I can't pick a double feature. Is what you're
First
saying.
of all, I okayed both of those with the group.
When you did The Wiz, did you also do
It's-
the circus movie? I can't remember what it's called anymore.
Yes, I think so.
Yes, we did.
just remember what happened.
I'm pretty sure all of Dom's picks have been double features.
The circus movie was the one with. Wait, no. I think we did The Greatest Showman by itself.
Moulin Rouge.
No.
No, Moulin
Yeah.
Rouge was with the other one.
Yes.
Yes.
So they've all
Yeah.
double features.
I mean,
Wait,
I would
so
argue
what
Moulin
was
Rouge
it?
is like
No,
that's what I
The
thought.
Greatest Showman was with what? What did we do with The Greatest Showman?
The Wiz, and we did Moulin Rouge with
What the fuck is The Wiz?
and the
Oh, the Miz.
Ingrid.
The Wiz. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what's going on. So there you go.
Listen, I'm giving you movies that are like not even under 90% on Rotten Tomatoes, that like are critically acclaimed, like universally loved, and you're still sitting here and saying you don't like any of the movies. So I think it's a you problem. I don't think it's like my picks or anyone's picks. I'm
Do
giving
I
you movies
really?
for
Do I
Brenden.
really have to pull up the list of movies right now that we've
Yes,
watched?
look at every single one of my
Jeez.
reviews. No, you don't have to because
No,
they're
no, no,
all
no,
like
no, no. Now we have to just to fucking prove your
Hereditary's in the
nonsense up.
90s.
Hereditary. No, I'm not looking up the fucking reviews. What do the four of us think about your picks?
No. I'm not talking about the four.
I'm not talking about
like,
fucking Rotten Tomatoes. I don't give a fuck what Rotten
yeah,
Tomatoes thinks.
Okay, I'm saying they're critically acclaimed though, and you're
That's
over here, like,
fine.
saying they're
There are
terrible
plenty of
movies.
critically acclaimed video games that I think are not good or I don't like.
Name one.
Red Dead Redemption 2.
No. Yeah, I mean, but you didn't even try to play it. You played it for like 2
I
hours.
did try to play it. I put a couple hours into that game. God of War 2018.
Yeah, I mean, you don't like PlayStation, so.
Oh,
you're
that's right.
biased.
Yeah, because I didn't buy the fucking $100 Last of Us remake collector's edition.
Could have had it for free if you just played mine.
So I just proven a point that I like PlayStation games, Todd. Let's look at the movie picks. Let's look at the movie picks. Jen's texting me to tell me to shut the fuck up. The Fundamentals of Caring. That's my pick. Movie was okay. Booksmart. Mike's pick. That was all right.
It was all right.
It was all right.
It was all right.
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Whose pick was that?
That was mine.
It was good. It's probably better than the other ones. I know I had my issues with it.
But you came around when we talked about it.
Yeah. Hedwig and the Angry Inch. It was all right. Moulin Rouge. I'm good. I'm good. I'm sorry. I'm just good. What do we got? Moonlight. I like that movie a lot.
What's your pick?
Ex Machina. I liked that movie. I think
I
almost
actually love that.
overall. There were a few scenes that I was like when he like cuts himself open. I'm good with that shit.
Who was that, a Mike pick?
Yeah,
That
I
was
think
me.
so.
Yeah.
Gross Point Blank. That movie was fucking trash. I'm sorry, but that movie was not good.
But now we have another question. Is
Yeah.
the idea of Movie Club to pick movies that Brenden likes?
This is what I'm saying. Like, it's supposed to pick stuff.
No.
that you're never gonna watch.
Again, I will.
Because you're going through all the movies and you're saying that movie was trash, and you're not saying as a group that movie was trash. You're just saying I hated that movie.
If anyone else would like to jump in at any point and say their opinion on one of these movies,
I'm just saying. Is the idea to pick movies that Brendan's like?
again, this initially started as you guys have
say-
so much more movie knowledge and better movie opinions than I do, making me watch movies, and then it turned
We are
into
making you watch movies.
yes, I know the Country Bears.
I have like
Have you seen it
specifically,
before?
I
Again, I want to point out the power the three of you have to make me watch movies that you like. I'm saying make me watch a movie that you fucking like, so I have to watch it, and that's not what's happening.
I've skipped over so many movies that I'd rather pick just so like to appease you guys more than like making you watch movies that I really, really love. Like
what? What's
think,
one movie you really,
like,
really love that you don't want
picked-
to, that you didn't
picked,
pick?
Like, I picked Grosse Pointe Blank as like a easygoing movie for like, because I know like I don't want to like it's a personal favorite of mine, but it's like more of like a less stressful movie. I picked The Other Guys as like an easygoing.
That movie was
which
great.
I really love that movie.
That movie was
Yeah,
great.
I know. But I have to. But those are. There was a lot of movies I would probably pick before those movies. But like I'm picking those.
But you
'cause I don't
have
wanna pick-
picked movies like that, like Hereditary, which I
Yeah,
thought was
well-
just objectively
after-
not a good movie.
After my first pick, like I was like, oh fuck, so I can't pick like a lot of my.
Bro,
favorite
your
movies
next
'cause-
pick after that was Prisoners, which I thought was also not a good movie.
Yeah, but that's like considered one of the greatest movies of all time.
It's considered one of the greatest movies of all time.
Yes, 100%. You ask people what like 100%. I will put money down on that.
Somebody else, please comment on that.
I don't
No,
know.
I'm not.
It's an 81 on Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh, one of the greatest movies of all time.
No, I'm telling you right now.
Still,
like,
you
and,
just
like,
said objectively bad.
No, I
and-
said objectively bad about Hereditary. I don't like that movie. I think that movie is not good.
But you said objectively bad.
So here's the thing.
And Hereditary is
so,
a 90
so,
on
so
Rotten
here is the thing. Prisoners, I can understand some of that movie's merits, even though personally, I don't like that type of movie. It's very stressful. Okay. It's very not a topic I want to sit down and watch for 2 hours. That was not my kind of movie. Objectively, I can say that some aspects of that film were good. I like some of the plot twists. I like the acting. Hereditary, again, personally, not my type of movie, so I'm already going to have a hard time trying to enjoy it. or it's gonna have a hard time trying to make me enjoy it. And I also think objectively that movie is way too far up its own ass.
Subjectively.
I pick a lot of these movies based on like the acting performances too, because I think it's some of like the best acting I've ever seen. Like Prisoners, like there's several actors in that movie that I think have gave like the best performances they've ever given. Same with like Hereditary. I think Toni Collette should have got an Oscar for Hereditary.
Bro, we get it. She had an argument in the kitchen, and you won't stop talking about it.
No way. Like this, it's not that simple. There's like so much more than that.
Yeah.
Even I think the kid from fucking whatever it is, Nickelodeon, was fucking amazing in that movie. I don't know who, like, what his name is or anything, but.
Anyways, it's more about the fact that you are now trying to sneak in a double feature.
No.
For no reason. What is the reason for the double feature?
A creature double feature, because these are my two favorite movies I've seen this year. They're both, like, out of all the movies I've seen this year, all new movies, everything, these are my two favorite movies that I've seen this year. And this is my last pick of the year, so I'd like to get these last two movies in. Just make everyone see them. And like I said, I'm picking these movies not only because I love them, but I think that there's a good discourse to have on all these movies. Like, a very good discourse. Not just like, oh, this happened, oh, this was kind of funny. Like, breaking down, like, what certain scenes meant and, like, you know, like, and, like, in a good way, though, like.
All right, we're gonna do these two shitty fucking episodes, and I'm gonna expect you to come. I'm gonna expect you to come with all your fucking notes and discourse about these two movies.
Trust me, I don't even have to write anything down for these two.
No, already not coming with notes.
No,
okay.
I don't need to. Like,
okay, all right, we'll see. We shall see. Mike, you excited?
I can't wait to hear you talk about Nope, because I did not love it.
Yeah, a lot of people didn't. A lot of. I'm very surprised that a lot of people didn't. But there's, we'll save it for the.
Save it for the creature double feature that we're having in November.
I liked it better than Get Out. So.
You liked Nope better than Get Out.
Yeah,
all right, we're gonna save this conversation for.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Because that's already at least 15 minutes right there. Right. Todd explaining why he liked Nope better than Get Out.
I just think the movie's super, super unique, and it doesn't do what people wanted it to do, and I think that's why people didn't like it. That's like my biggest take.
Awesome. These are great, biggest takes for. Wait, so you just said your biggest take, and it was that?
No,
that was your biggest take?
But but I'm saying why there's a lot of people that like people hated us, and people hated Nope. There's a large popular like Jordan Peele's last two movies. People like really don't like him compared to Get Out. Get Out is like. Everyone's saying he's dropped off after Us, and then they're like, "Oh, he definitely dropped off after Nope." And
yeah, Movie Club is probably gonna go away in January of 2023. Yeah, no, we'll see. Anyways, I don't even know. We can't even fucking do fucking Game Club, and Todd's like, let's watch 18 fucking movies.
What do you mean? We can easily do. I'm the only one who wanted to do Game Club.
Bro, fuck you! Game Club was supposed to start with Elden Ring, and I am the only person who has finished this game still.
Me and you are the only. Yeah, but we can't just have two people. It has to be like what we were doing with.
You think that there are not plenty of people who would gladly sit down and talk Elden Ring with us?
Yeah, but I'm talking about us. I'm not talking about other people. I'm talking about like it's.
I understand. I want that too as well. Mike is never gonna play a game that we want him to play. Like ever, so it doesn't even matter. I asked Mike yesterday if he downloaded Marvel Snap, and he still hasn't. Huh?
I know, but I don't know what Mike does on his free time. I can't explain it to you, and I never will be able to, probably.
Yeah, Dom play Last of Us. Did we already do that episode?
No.
So what are we even doing? What are we even doing?
I don't know.
Oh, we're waiting for Dom to play Part 2 first?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
As I told you, I'm not playing Part 2 until I beat God of War.
Did we do a Last of Us episode? We didn't do a Last of Us episode?
We did not, no.
You did Last of Us episodes like because you had played it, but then you want to do like a Game Club thing with the four of us playing it. There's definitely an episode that you had done with Todd and like, I don't know, other people about
that was
recently? Not this year.
No, that was the old one.
I don't know if it was recently because I wasn't on the episode.
Did we just end up covering Last of Us in an episode? Is that why?
We might have. I think we might have. I can't remember though. No, because I feel like we would have talked about it in front of Mike. I don't think we did. I don't know.
Because we were gonna make Mike watch the.
Oh yeah, you're gonna have him either watch your gameplay or have when he came over. You're gonna show him like all the.
When did I finish this game?
probably like 3 weeks ago, maybe.
I keep the dates in my phone.
Oh, a second. Jeez.
Games played this year. I finished Last of Us Part 1 on September 27th. All right. I don't know. We'll do a Last of Us episode at some point. I could have sworn we did at least portion of an episode where Dom said how we did. We just talk about it not on the podcast? Because I know I talked to Dom about it.
You have two Last of Us spoiler cast episodes.
Yeah, but that's from last year or 2 years ago.
Yeah, that's from 2020.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. I'm talking about Dom played Last of Us as well this year for the first time.
Yeah, and I think we briefly spoke about like his feelings on it, but you never did like a full blown episode.
All right. Yeah, that is supposed to be Game Club or whatever else. But Todd, I will again reference that Elden Ring was supposed to be the first thing, and you did not finish it.
Oh, see, I didn't even know. I thought that was just a thing between me and you.
I can 100% pull back the first couple episodes of this year where we explicitly say
I had every intention of playing Elden Ring. I had a major life event happen the day after Elden Ring came out.
Correct.
So
yes.
I think I am
you
excused from
and I'm not even trying to hold anyone's feet to the fire.
Game.
I don't care. For me personally, it was more about I'm finishing my first Souls game, which is fantastic. Todd, shut the fuck up. I can pull the tape up. We talked about it.
I remember that.
I want you to
because we were originally going to do the other one.
Bloodborne.
And then we decided that weren't we going to
Sekiro? We're going to do Sekiro.
We were going to do Sekiro. And
we
then
we
had
talked
decided
about this.
Since Elden Ring was coming out, we were going to do Elden Ring.
Yes.
I recall.
Yes. And
I
again,
am excused from
yes,
Elden Ring.
But I also pulled away from it.
So I played it right away.
When you had your stuff going on, and then when Todd was clearly not going to finish the game, I was like, cool, we're going to just move away from this.
I'm literally at the end of the game.
The game came out in fucking February, Todd.
Yeah, I just fucking stopped playing it because I fucking put like 200 hours into it.
Anyways, this is a podcast about nothing. We'll do your dumb double feature, but going into next year, we need to have a little more of a goal of something.
Besides, what do you mean? Besides no double features, just fucking pick movies. That's like all.
No, the double feature. When Dom has brought up about the double feature, it has usually been in tandem with a reason. Yours is not a reason. Yours is just I like these movies. I want to make you watch 2 movies.
Well, no, it was
kind of nonsense for me, but.
I missed October too, and
I'll accept that I have reasons.
I heard what Dom said. I did not hear what Todd said.
I was saying I just really wanted
he missed
October. I was really hoping I'd fall on October because that's like the month I.
You could have counted out the months like at the beginning because there's 4 of us. 12 is divisible by 4. We're always gonna end up with the same months. Like that's just
exactly.
Unless we do a Matrix.
Yeah,
style.
unless we make December a grab bag or something.
Matrix
but
thing actually reset the whole lineup. That's why we ended up. I think.
I mean, what we could do, moving forward, is we all just pick a movie for the month, and then it gets voted, and that's what we do.
Period. I'm fine with that too.
We can do something like that.
I'm fine with that too.
We can figure it out, but I'm just saying, like, there's definitely other ways we can do it.
Yeah, so then let's do that. We'll do each of us pick a movie every month, and it goes in the poll, and the poll gets decided.
Oh yeah, actually, yeah. Leave it up to the audience. Yeah, I mean, you can totally do that.
Yeah, that's what we should do starting next year.
We do nothing.
So then we just skew the vote and we pick Todd's pick every. So Todd gets 12. So Todd gets 12.
Todd has 12 different Twitter accounts that he's got. He's been waiting for this.
We'll pilot that in January and see what happens. Yeah. And if it doesn't make sense, then we'll reset the rotation and go from February on.
Yeah.
All right. So what movie are we doing for January, Todd?
Oh, Smile. Smile's definitely January.
Anyways,
this might be worse than how we're doing it now.
Wait, how is how we're doing it now bad? How we're doing it now is fair. It's just we're trying to introduce random fucking. Guess what? We're watching 2 movies.
There's no rules.
There are fucking rules. I just try to shut it down. Mike is on board with not watching 2 movies.
I don't really care one way or the other. I've already, like I said, I've already watched Nope. I wanted to watch Barbarian, so this doesn't affect me at all.
Yeah. So here we go. Anyways, let's just fucking move on. Todd's been fucking playing I don't. Do we have other housekeeping? I don't even know. I don't even fucking care at this point. That was
We already did the
housekeeping.
housekeeping.
That was 30. We didn't do housekeeping. I don't even know how we got here. 30 minutes of you talking about shitty movies.
No, you just said Dom's movies are going to be next week, and I said, hey, let's if you want my movies because it's going to be running a little late. Here's my movies.
Yeah, if you want me to shove these movies in real quick because we're going to make you watch 2 in November. Here you go. When I also want to point out that we lose a week in November because of holiday stuff will make everything complicated to record. So,
Thanksgiving's on a Thursday. It doesn't fuck anything up.
Okay, remember this episode in fucking in 3 weeks. In 3 weeks when you know what? No, Todd's protected here because Todd's gonna say, "Oh, I've already seen the movies. I don't have to rewatch them." So Todd's protected. His November is fine.
I've watched every single movie that we've put out there, even if I've seen it.
Anyways, I'm so fucking thrown off right now. Fucking horror movies. What the fuck are we doing? It's November.
Suspense movies, not horror movies.
Bro, it's uncomfortable movies.
Comedy movies.
It's like there are.
I will say, Nope is not that bad. It's got a.
It's like watching Signs, basically. Like if you found Signs scary, then I don't know what to tell you. But like it's like literally
to be fair, I still don't know why I thought that one scene of the alien walking by was scary.
That did get me when he walked into the cornfield or whatever. No, I'm good.
Yeah. No. When
Todd,
he walks like.
Todd, I just played Resident Evil 2 remake, and that shit scared the fucking shit out of me constantly. And that's probably not even that scary of a game.
No, it's not.
My tolerance and the way I enjoy my media is I don't want to feel uncomfortable. I want to fucking enjoy myself.
You gotta let loose. You gotta fucking, put those walls down.
I don't think there's no jump scares.
And Nope, no.
I don't know. I'm trying to think if there's any like real horror aspects to it. I don't know. There is like.
It's like one scene, and it's not even.
There's like an uncomfortableness to some of the movie, but it's honestly not that bad.
The whole movie's in broad daylight.
I can't speak for Barbarian because I still haven't watched it, but I will say Nope is not that bad.
Barbarian's like more of like a comedy. Like you're gonna get to the point in Barbarian where you're just gonna be like laughing, in a good way. I'm telling you.
Can't wait.
And I can't wait to talk about that fucking shit.
Can't wait.
Some of that shit.
Anyways, let's fucking move on. We're talking about the same shit now for 30 fucking minutes. People are here to listen to literally anything else. Oh, yeah, this is content. This is the stuff. So there you go. You get fucking Toddy double feature in November. Congratulations. You won. You did it.
See, like if I picked like 2 comedies, you'd be like, yeah, fucking cool. I want to watch both of these movies. It's because it's like quote unquote horror.
Mike, for your pick, you should pick all the Fast and the Furious movies.
Yeah, we're gonna watch.
I'm like, am I December?
December? No, I'm next. Right? I don't know.
Okay.
Oh wait,
I can't remember.
I don't know what the order is. I have it written down because I never remember. It's Todd, Mike, Brenden. Mike is December.
Oh, all right.
What did you pick last month?
What did Brenden pick last
month? Mike, wasn't it you
X...
last month? Booksmart?
No. Oh yeah, it was.
Are we out of order?
Confused.
No, because it went Mike, then Brenden, then Dom, then me.
Did I not pick? Did I skip myself?
The fundamentals of learning.
Yeah. Yes.
You're
okay.
right. Yep.
Fuck. Wait, January's my next pick. No, we're not changing the rules in January. Fuck this shit. Fuck this shit. If I gotta go through Todd's double feature of nonsense, January, baby. Can't wait. Can't fucking wait. Get ready for fucking the year of fucking Ghibli.
Minus fucking musicals. Sorry, Dom.
Fine. The whole idea behind picking musicals was that nobody watches them, so.
Fair enough.
I can't wait. Next year is the year of Ghibli. Todd loves anime, so here we go.
Listen, if you pick a good Ghibli movie and I like it, I hope so. I want to like it.
Next year is all going to be Saw movies for me. And I'm going to pick them all out of order and make it even more worse for you.
We're going to start off with Spiral, and then...
The first one was good. Did you say the first one was bad? I thought the first one was good.
I thought it was like the worst acting ever. I couldn't take it serious. Like the guy from from Robin Hood Men in Tights, Carrie Elways, was like he's an okay actor, but he was terrible in that movie.
Yeah, he was not great.
All right, we're gonna at this point push literally everything else I was gonna talk about today because we've already fucking gone too long. So we're just
He
gonna
wasn't great. He wasn't great in Stranger Things either.
we're just gonna talk about Marvel Snap, unless that conversation is very brief, which I don't think it's gonna be. So Marvel Snap just came out. It's a free mobile game that is funny. That we're gonna even talk about this right now, and it's even funnier that we have all, besides Mike, put as much time into it as we have in the last week and a half, because Todd, historically Mr. Anti-Mobile Game, and
despise mobile games, despise them.
And I'm someone who likes the concept of these types of games, but they usually never stick with me. Like, anytime I've tried to play Hearthstone or something similar, I've just bounced off of it super quickly, and I've never really been able to kind of stick around. But
I thought Hearthstone was cool, but the Marvel aspect of this is what draws me in. Like, it's because it's something I really like.
Yeah,
into.
I mean, that definitely helps. Like, if this was like a not Marvel, if it was just like its own thing, it would probably, have a little bit harder of a time, maybe. But I don't know. They might have found the right balance. They might have locked into like the right balance of like what these types of games can be and how they can be. Like, it's funny, it's not called Marvel Snap for this reason, but like these games are like super fucking snappy. Like, they're very quick, fluid, and like it gets you to the point very quickly of like what each match of this game is going to be. But if you're listening before we get into more about this and you don't know what this game is, it's a free mobile game. It just came out like 2-ish weeks ago. I don't even know the day. Right? Or is it a week old? Is it only a week out?
No, I think it's been out for 2.
2 weeks.
At least I didn't know about it. When it came out.
So it's funny. It's the studio behind this is a newer studio, and it has ex Blizzard employees on it. Specifically, has the Ben Brody, who is like was the head of Hearthstone, I believe. So, like, has that background in the studio and is coming to make a very similar type of game, but with a lot of different types of, features and quality of life stuff, and just a different flow, a much quicker flow. That is perfect for mobile. Like, usually if there's like a good mobile game, I'm like, oh, I wish it was on Switch because I'd probably play it more. But like, this is something that's like, no, this is like absolutely perfect on the phone. You can play it on your desktop too, and I'm sure it's great on the computer. I just haven't played it on there yet.
I don't think I'd want to play it any other way except for the phone, to be honest with you.
I could play it on my computer and be fine, but like good on my phone. Like, it just functions properly. It's very, very intuitive in what it's like once you learn the mechanics, what the game is trying to do. So it's, if you're familiar with Hearthstone, it's like Hearthstone where you're, it's a card battler. I don't know what the official term for like the genre is. Is it collectible card game?
Yeah, collectible card game probably.
Like, it's not a TCG because you're not trading cards, so it's just like you're collecting cards, building decks, and fighting against people with these decks. Just matchmaking online. I know that soon. I think the next update is going to be including like friendlies, like if we wanted to play against each other, because that's not an option currently. But I'm kind of happy that isn't there to start, because I feel like that might have killed the game for me quicker. Whereas like now I'm just like, with the way the game functions now, you're just playing against random people. I'm just like getting in, playing matches, and just keep getting in, playing matches, where it's like, I'm excited too when that finally comes out. Now, like, put my decks up against your decks. But I feel like for like the learning and building and collecting aspect, I'm happy that there's this little gap of time from now till then. But yeah, I mean, according to I pulled up Shack News. In its launch week, Marvel Snap downloaded around 5.3 million times, which is a free game, and it also pulled in over 2 million in revenue. So like, they've got something that works here. I used to pay more attention to like the App Store, like.
I used to check all the top.
I did.
Top
Yeah, me too. Yeah, I used to, especially in college. I was like way more into like checking that stuff and like, oh, is there a game or an app that I don't have that I should have that everyone has? So I don't really know. Like, it's definitely built a little bit differently now with how things are like laid out and tracked and stuff. But like, and I don't know if this is different per per person. But when I open up the App Store on my phone, which, Mike, I don't know if you want to open it on your Android and see if it's any different. Like, is Marvel Snap a featured thing on there for you, Mike, or on like a top 10 list or top something list? For me, it's under must play games, and it's in between Call of Duty Mobile and Candy Crush, which, I mean, I feel like that's probably a good sign if it's on the front like that in between those two types of games.
It's not immediately picking for me anywhere. Oh, actually, now that I refreshed the page, recommended for you is Marvel Snap.
Interesting.
Into like the games tab.
Do they do like a top free app list or anything? I'm curious if it's listed anywhere on there.
Okay, so I think everything refreshed like as soon because it wasn't doing this before. I just refreshed it, so now top of the charts. Number 1 is Hunt and Seek. I don't know what the fuck that is, but number 2 is Marvel Snap.
Oh wow, and that's just like overall games or overall apps?
Top free, and I think this is just games I'm looking at. And if I switch to apps, it's a whole different ball game.
Okay,
but for games, it's.
I'm gonna see if I can set mine to games that way. Top free apps, all apps. This shows you how much I don't use the App Store on my phone that I didn't even know you could like.
I don't even know where I'd be able to find top games anymore or anything like that.
Oh, they must just keep games separately. There's a whole separate tab for games. Well, regardless, it's funny because like I've been hearing people talk about this game for a little bit before it came out. People like, oh, I'm excited. When is this coming? When is this coming? Like I thought it was gonna come out by now, and blah blah blah. And then when it came out, Dom had texted me about it, and he was like, you should probably check this out. It's pretty good, whatever. And then Jesse had been talking about it, and then Todd texted me about it, and I was like, fuck, man, everyone is telling me to download this. Fine, I'll download it today, and I haven't looked back. It is fucking bad. I have played it so like big chunks of sessions that I've like brought my phone to 10%, and I've had to like plug my fucking phone in and go do something else, which I don't even. The last time I played a besides Pokemon Go, which is a different type of thing, the last time that I played a game on my phone like this was honestly probably not since college. Like I don't even.
It stopped me from playing all the newest games that have been coming out. I'll like be playing the new games like Gotham Knights or anything, and then I'm like, I pause it and I'm like, I jump right into Snap and I play like 10 matches. I'm like, fuck.
Mm-hmm.
But they're so quick, like you said. That's like the best thing about this is it's like, what's the max time length on a match? Maybe like 5 minutes, maybe, and that might even be pushing it.
Yeah,
I think I read that the games are designed to take 3 minutes.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
Well, I mean, they have turn timers, so like there is a max amount of time that a game a session could go on anyway. So
there's mechanics that could make the game last longer, but I think the idea is that games last around 3 minutes.
Yeah, which is great, and like it is definitely meant to just be that perfect bite size where you like saying no to playing another game is very difficult, especially when it's like it's one thing when it's us in a fucking Fortnite lobby or Overwatch lobby and it's like, oh, we'll play till we lose or this or whatever, and you have like the peer pressure of everyone else, like kind of still people want to play, some people don't want to play, where it's like, no, this is me looking at my phone like I can put this down and literally do anything else, or I can press fucking play again.
I can lay in my bed and just play.
That's what I'm saying. It's so bad. It's so bad. Like it has. So I've been playing, which I was going to talk more about tonight, but I'll save it for the next time we talk about games. I've been playing a lot of Mario and Rabbids Sparks of Hope, and I'm really enjoying it. But Marvel Snap has now absolutely fucking railroaded that, because instead of like grabbing my Switch and like sitting on the couch or laying in bed, I'm like, let me get a couple of fucking snaps in. That's what I've been doing. Like like Jen will be like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm just getting some snaps in. Like that's what I'm saying. I'm like, I'm just getting my snaps on. Like I'm so fucking in the fucking hole with this.
She's like, if I hear that music one more time,
I have to play the sound off. But like when you press snap and it's like snap, it's like it sounds like fucking NBA Jam. Like it's ridiculous. It's like it's so absolute fucking nonsense. And like I always turn like vibrate off my phone and stuff. Like I don't have like vibrate on for anything, but I keep the haptics on for the game because I don't know why. Like when you like, I use Cap is in my deck, so like when you put Cap down and like he throws his shield against the screens, it's so fucking dumb, but it feels so fucking good. Like it's like the visuals, like for the cards, all of it's just really good. It's just presented very, very well. I'm
Like, I don't know
very
if you guys
impressed.
have you ever used Cyclops? Like, if you use him and move his card around, his beam of ray shoots out as
Yeah.
you're moving him around, and it's just like little things like that
Yeah.
like, make the game so good.
They
But
they
my
Some
biggest,
good there's some good like location cards too that like one of them is it the bar with no name, I think?
yes, yeah, yep.
And like if you pick up a card and like drag it over it,
His face
the
comes out.
guy's
Yeah.
eye
Eyes
gets
get all
really
red.
close
Yeah.
to the
Right. So good.
Yeah, there's some good stuff
And they've
there.
been really good about like every day there's like a new kind of, or every other day there's like a new room for those like 3 spots that open up. It's been like pretty good.
So it's not that there's a new. I don't think they're new. It's just that like there'll be a featured room for the day or whatever.
Yeah.
So it'll show up more frequently. Like the other day it was Bar Sinister, which I like that they're doing it this way where it's like there's a featured room so it shows up more often. But then I also am kind of not mad about it, but like the way Bar Sinister works, which was like if you play a card on it, it then duplicates the card up to 4 times. So then I was like basing my strategy around Bar Sinister. So I like changed my deck a little bit for that. And now it's the same thing with the one that's today. I don't really need to change my deck that much because it's just I like it too though. It just gives you like +5 power, and it has for me hit a lot on the first turn. So it's been making the games go very interesting, and I've burned myself a few times because I have. Does anyone else use Professor X in their deck?
That's all I use him like the most probably.
Do you have that card, Dom?
I have it. I don't really. It's not in the deck that I use right now.
Okay, so if you're listening, Professor X is like a power level 5 and like hit points 3.
He's 3. He's 3.
Yeah, but like the big thing, his ability is that if you play that card, it will like no one else can play or move cards off of that lane, and
There's plenty of ways around it. Like even if you lock that lane down, like I play Claw, which I think is the best card in the game, and he shoots over to the right side. So say I lock down the right side, or someone locks down the right side, he'll shoot over and he does +6 to that side. I also use Mr. Fantastic just in case, so he'll also hit that side too. So there's ways of getting that.
Yeah. There's definitely counters, but like. That's also very contingent on like if someone does not have those cards. Like I don't play with Mr. Fantastic or Claw, and like Claw only affects the right side, and I will purposely play Professor X on the left lane for that reason. So that way, if they do pull a Claw, they can't do anything.
I think Claw is ever since I started playing Claw, I've been winning way more. I think Claw is one of the best cards in the game. Because a lot of people don't expect that. Like, same with the Shang-Chi one. I was telling Brenden earlier about Shang-Chi. Say like there's like someone has like a Hulk and like another card that's like 9 and 15. If I put Shang-Chi down, it destroys the 9 and the 15. So I'll save that card to like the second to last turn, and then it fucks the person because they're like, oh wait, I was banking on those cards. Like I thought I had that. And but the great thing about this game, there's still so many cards we haven't unlocked, and we've played this game a lot. There is a shit ton of cards we haven't even touched.
Yeah,
which is wild.
Well, what I like about it, so like, if you're listening and you haven't played this, or you're not familiar with it, like I'll go over some of the minutiae about it. So like, there are a few different levels of progression here. There is a free battle pass, or like the recruit battle pass that you start the game with, and then after that, there's like paid battle pass that if you don't pay for, there's also free rewards as well. So you're leveling up the battle pass as you would in other live service games. Then there is the rank level. So like every time you win a match, you win a certain number of cubes, and each 10 cubes you go up. You go up a level every 10 cubes. In every 10 levels, you gain a new rank, which unlocks different things. So there's that level of progression, and then there's the collection level, which every time you get, I don't know if the green, I'm sure they have names, but the green orbs, every time you get those from leveling up your cards, you get more unlocks, whether it's a card unlock or boosters to update cards, or credits that also go towards updating cards. And then of course there's the card progression system, which is like, every card you unlock has, it starts with usually a common rarity, and you're leveling it up as you gain orbs and other types of currency within the game by winning and playing and doing missions and stuff, which doesn't do anything other than just make the card have some different visual features until you get to infinity, which I've only been able to do for one card. So my Iron Man card, I got to infinity today finally. Like, I haven't been updating cards the last 2 days because I'm like, I have a few cards that I got to Ultra. Iron Man, Gamora, Hulk, and fucking Star-Lord. So I've been waiting till one of those gets enough points to get to infinity, because I was like, the next thing I do is going to be infinity. So I got Iron Man today, and once you hit infinity, you can then split the card, and then it makes a new variant of that card. And I believe it has, like, as you level it up, like, modifications to the card. I don't know what that means.
Oh, really?
I don't know what it means, though.
I was confused that my Hulk card got split. I'm like, why do I have another Hulk card? And I didn't even really look into it.
Oh, so you hit infinity on Hulk.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hulk. And I don't even use Hulk anymore either.
I like Hulk because, I mean, obviously, like, I don't know. For your card, like, breakdowns in both of your decks, like, how many level 6 power cards do you have in your hand?
One,
I think.
Interesting. I have 2 for 2 different reasons.
I have America. She draws on turn 6.
Yeah. I mean,
So I don't have to worry about it. She draws when I have enough energy to use her.
Yeah, she's gonna be there every time. Yep.
So for the 2 of you use that card too, Todd?
No, I use my 1/6 is what? Fucking don't know. I'm blanking.
Hulk, America
think of it in a second.
Chavez, Odin,
Yeah, go through 'em all.
Heimdall, Apocalypse, Onslaught, Spectrum. Those are all the 6s I have.
Oh, you know what? I don't even think I use a 6 anymore.
Weird.
Yeah, I have a lot of 5.
So there are some rooms, there's not a lot, but there's, like, at least one room that if the card doesn't have an ability and you play it, it gets, like, a bonus.
Like +3 or something.
Yeah, so, like, that helps Hulk, obviously, because he doesn't have an ability. But I just, like, he's raw power, and I feel like, for the most part, if I'm paying attention to what the other person is trying to set up, I can understand if it's like, okay, a raw 12 should win me this lane, because I don't think they are setting up this thing that would counter just raw power. I mean, I'll go through my deck because I'm very happy with my deck currently, and I feel like it fits my playstyle very well. So, I use Nightcrawler because I've gotten past the point of, like, there was a while where I actually took a 1 power out of my deck. I, like, didn't want a 1 power, and if I didn't play on turn 1, I don't care. Like, it's whatever.
I feel like everyone uses Killmonger and Elektra now, though. So, like, the 1s almost fucking seem obsolete for me at this point.
I never see Killmonger. I see Elektra often, and I don't think that's a good.
Popping up a lot.
I don't think Elektra is a good card.
Well, I mean, if you gotta guess, right, like Star-Lord, I still think Star-Lord's one of the best 2s. Like,
yeah,
I use almost all of the Guardians in my deck. I haven't seen Drax in the game yet.
I've never seen Drax either. Yeah. There are a lot to get to Todd's point. So the collection level where you like progress to unlock new cards. What I like about that is that it is not the same for everybody.
Oh, so it is different.
It is different. That's why you see cards that you have not seen, because, like,
that makes sense. Okay.
It is not the same for everyone. Because I was curious about that.
Oh, my other 1 card. I do have another 1 card that I use.
Which one do you use?
Quicksilver, that's it.
And it just made me think of it. I have Agent 13.
Oh, I don't have that card yet.
Well, it's like it gives you another card in your deck, right?
She gives a random card.
Yeah,
so sometimes I get like random, like, crazy cards that I've never seen before.
I like cards that have that random factor. So, okay, I'll go through my deck real quick. So this is my main deck. I have 2 other decks that I play around with to, like, try to work out new combos and stuff, but I primarily use this deck. Nightcrawler, because the ability to move him around has been I've used that very, very well to my benefit.
You know what that worked really good on? was the haul that they had yesterday, where it makes duplicates. I would do that right
Yes,
out the gate,
and then you'd have
and then
4 of
move
them.
all off
Exactly.
that,
Yeah.
Then you move them all off and then get another card on it.
Yeah,
Here we go.
it is huge because there's also sometimes too like not the Ant-Man card, but I don't use Ant-Man,
I
but
never
it
use
would
Ant-Man.
help Ant-Man, but I don't use him. But I come across a lot of people that use Lizard, and Lizard loses a lot of its power if you have a full lane. So I will purposely like move cards into it, even if whatever. So I use Nightcrawler, Star-Lord, if you guess correctly, you'll get +3. Sentinel, because I think Sentinel is
I use him too.
is like an absolute fucking slam dunk. Like it's a guaranteed second Sentinel, at least if you use it once. And a 2/3, I feel like is a good low level power split.
Yeah, and Sentinel's really good because like if you hit that power that they have right now early on, you can like use him again, plus use your other cards. Or you get it, like second or third round. Yeah, he's like a must pick for me.
Yeah, he's pretty huge for me. I will say this next card, I have gone back and forth. And in the beginning, when I first started using this card, I was going back and forth about keeping this in my deck, like my main deck. But I've become so accustomed to the dice roll that is this card, Morph. Does anyone else use Morph?
No, I hate it because when you told me you used it, I'm like, oh, I'll fuck around with this card a little bit, and then I played it, and then I ended up fucking getting like a horrible pick, like it took Xavier from me or something when I was losing, so like it locked that whole lane down on Xavier, on Professor X, and I was losing, so I picked him, and it turned into so like I locked one lane down on myself.
Yeah,
I mean, like twice to me.
I feel like it costs too much for
how much is it? 3?
Dice roll.
It's a 3. It's a 3/0. It's a 3/0. Here's like for me, I don't really use other aside from like trying to like a Star-Lord, like oh I have to guess that they're gonna play a card here. Besides that type of dice roll, Morph has won me so many lanes simply because I feel like I've gotten a good grasp on at this point when is the right time to pull this card, because Morph pulls from their hand, not their deck or your deck. It's like what they have currently in their hand. So I try to, based on what they have played and what round we are in, be like, okay, they have got to have at least 1, 5, or 6 card in their hand, and I can't imagine why somebody would be playing to lose. So pulling one of those should benefit me. The only time I refrain from using Morph is if I think it's too early or too late in the game where they probably won't have the card I need to flip it, or if I think they're playing super technical. I feel like it depends. Like I feel like I'd pull something that would not benefit me because it's built into how they're trying to maneuver their rounds. Punisher, which I've been actually debating taking out because I feel like he's not working for me right now. Cap, another one that like I go back and forth taking in or out, but he works for me for right now. Jessica Jones, I can't drop this card. It's not great, but my play style's built that way now. Does anyone else use Jessica Jones or no?
I haven't taken her out. I use her all the time.
Yeah.
She's on my main deck.
Iron Man, another one that like I don't use often, but he doesn't come out of my deck because so I have Iron Man who's a 5 and I have Onslaught who's a 6, and I keep them in together. Does anyone else use Onslaught or no?
I used to use Onslaught, but I don't have any 6s right now. But I was using Onslaught before.
So like Onslaught, this is kind of the reason why I have 2 6s, because Onslaught and Hulk serve 2 completely different purposes. Yep. Onslaught is like specifically if I'm setting up a specific type of play, because Onslaught's thing is he doubles the effect of ongoing cards. So like if I have the chance to play Onslaught and Iron Man together, it's almost impossible that I will lose that lane unless someone else does a similar type of combo.
Or throws Cosmo.
Huh?
Or throws Cosmo.
Yes, Cosmo's a bitch.
I haven't run into a lot of Cosmos, but I usually the thing with Iron Man and Onslaught is that because they're 5s and 6s, I feel like most of the time someone who's playing Cosmo had already played Cosmo, because I think Cosmo's a 3/3.
Have you guys gotten the guy who's a 20, but you can't play the hand before? You can only play him on hand 6.
I haven't unlocked
Fuck
it, but
that
I
guy.
have gotten it in a random pull.
I
Yeah,
get
when
it
I
in
got-
written pulls.
And then Professor X, who again I only use as a situational card. Gamora, who's like more often than not my final card because Gamora is fucking fantastic. I'm assuming Dom uses Gamora.
I use him more as well.
Like Gamora is a very, very good card. Onslaught, which I said, and then Hulk. So that's like my main deck right now.
So you guys don't use Spider-Woman? Because I think she's like one of the best cards.
It doesn't fit into my play, like the way
No.
that I try to set it up. I have like a system of how I mean, I'm at this point, I'm rank 52. I'm trying to climb, so I feel like I've kind of found my way to maneuver forward with this deck. But now that I just read through it, I already am looking at cards and like, fuck, I'm actually gonna take that out tonight.
It's weird because my deck's like a little different than yours, but we're kind of similar. So like I go Quicksilver, I do Carnage because Carnage is great when those fucking random squirrels drop or like just for like
Rocks.
certain things. Yeah, like rocks, boulders, anything.
Yes.
Star Lord. I think one of the best cards I've been using recently is Scarlet Witch because I can control that middle. I can control whatever it is. If it's like something that you lose -3 power on and no one's playing those cards, I'll wait till the end and use Scarlet Witch and then throw a big card down on it.
Mm-hmm.
And then I use Ironheart quite a bit recently. Sentinel, Mr. Fantastic, Jessica Jones, Professor X. I think Claw's the best card in the game still. Gamora, and then Spider-Woman. That's my. I don't have any 6s though.
Yeah, I don't know. Playing with no 6s, that's an interesting tactic. I might have to look through that and see what 5s I have and 4s that would make sense to pop out. But Morph, I'll tell you right now, Morph has more often than not, I have won that coin toss. Like that has been an absolute
I feel
fucking
like when
slam
everyone
dunk.
else plays Morph, I get fucked. But when I play Morph, I get fucked.
You gotta. I'm telling you, you have to really. I mean, it's a gamble no matter what, but I feel like you have to really try to figure out what they're trying to set up because then you'll know what they have in their hand or like what type of card they'll have.
I was doing Lady Sif quite a bit in Armageddon because like Lady Sif, if you throw her down, she basically destroys your largest card, which is Armageddon, and that makes him an 8, goes from an 8 to a 12, and then destroyed again. Apocalypse. Yeah.
So I was confused by that. Like I see people do that all the time. Does it just put him back in your deck?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he puts it back in your hand.
And it's 12.
Oh, it's back in your hand right away?
Yes.
Okay.
So I've seen a lot of people doing destroy decks.
Yeah.
Destroy decks. Yeah, you do Blade, you do Wolverine because Wolverine.
I've seen that a lot. Yeah.
No one's ever used Wolverine until I got to this rank I'm in now. Everyone uses Wolverine correctly, and I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah. Lady Sif. I'm trying to think of who else.
The green sword. The guy with the green sword.
Nova. Yep. Swordmaster. Yeah. Nova's
Swordmaster,
big because when you destroy him, he gives everybody on the board +1 or +2.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know who fucks me up all the time, and I am debating if I want to just figure out how to counter it properly or if I want to add him to my deck. Fucking Blue Marvel.
I don't know if I know how to use him correctly. He gives everyone +1.
Yes, and like I have run into a lot of scenarios where it's like I should be able to win this game, no problem, and then they'll play Blue Marvel.
You just kind of have to read the board.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will say I've been coming across Iceman a lot lately, and
I just got him.
That is something I might debate adding to my deck simply because he's a 1/2, and if you play him, it adds a +1 power to something in the opponent's hand. So like that,
it's more for them.
It can just fuck up. Like obviously, for the most part, you have like a set way you can play the board because each card is a different power level. But like if it puts my fucking Captain America to a 4/3, I'm probably just not playing Captain America this game now. You know what I mean? Like it fucks up my whole flow. I usually can't play that card. Yeah.
Whenever that one of the spots makes everything +1 on your like picks, I'm always like fuck because I get to like turn 4 and I'm like I can't fucking play anything right now. You know.
Yeah.
So I feel like Iceman could be good.
Yeah, Iceman. I've come across Iceman a lot today, and he's been destroying my shit. I just unlocked him recently. Yeah.
I did too. Yeah.
Have you guys come across any move decks yet?
I have played against people using them.
Yeah.
like
What do you
Iron
mean? What's
Fist and
the
shit
move
like
deck?
that.
Iron Fist, multiple
Oh.
man.
Multiple man, yep.
I don't like.
Um,
Yeah, I don't think I'd want to
I don't
use
think who
Iron
else.
Fist.
Vulture, I think, is one.
Yeah, I have multiple
But
man. I was using him for a little bit, but
yeah, so Iron Fist pushes them to the left. If you have
Yeah.
multiple man there, it pushes him and then puts him back. So you like just keep creating copies of
Yeah.
cards.
Doctor Strange is another one I've seen people pull out in a move deck.
Yep.
I don't see many Doctor Stranges actually on all my. I see it very rarely.
He has a specific use, and it's like for a move deck. Like if you're using him outside of a move deck, I don't know, maybe you're just trying to like cause a mix-up mid-game or something, but I don't really use a lot of the cards that destroy, though. Like, I've seen Carnages come in and do nonsense, or like Deathlock and stuff, but I haven't seen, like...
Dude, every time I see someone play Deathlock, they don't have any cards, and they use it in a solo spot, and I'm like, I don't think that's how that works.
Yeah.
It's got to be like, you have to use it when there's cards there.
I actually need to probably move...
I think he's an 8 power, though.
Is he an 8 power?
Or like
I think he's a 5.
or something.
I think I need to move Miles back into my deck. I took him out, but
how does Miles work? Because that's one I don't understand.
If a card moves, like doesn't get played but moves, the next turn Miles costs 1. So like I use Nightcrawler, so I feel like it's an easy setup for me personally. But I feel like I've been coming across a lot of movement in general, even if it's not a full-on move deck. Other people use Nightcrawler. I see a lot of people have Iron Fist in their deck, even if they're not a full move deck. They just use that to disrupt. So that would give me like the option to use Miles at a cost for 1 for a 5 power.
Yondu pisses me off because I feel like every time someone uses a Yondu, they get like my Spider Woman or they get my Gamora, and I'm like, what the fuck? Take one of my like 2.
So okay, I played a match earlier today where I was winning. Then they immediately flipped it, and it was looking real bad. And then I flipped it back to me. It got to the last turn. This guy, throughout the match, I think he must have played like 3 Yondus because he had something that could copy it, or there was maybe Bar Sinister was there, or something, whatever. So he like destroyed a bunch of my cards. On the last turn of the game, that would have won them the game if there was literally any card that got pulled. He played Morph, but he destroyed the rest of my deck, so I had no cards. And whatever, he played something that killed the card in my hand that I had left. So I just had flat out no cards. So he used Morph, and it turned into nothing, and it had 0 attack. So I won because of that. And I was like, you just fucking overplayed yourself.
That's why I don't use Morph. That's exactly.
Yeah, but that's a ridiculous scenario. The guy just overplayed himself into... He just couldn't do anything because his last card was Morph, and that was all he had left.
It kind of, in some ways, the game reminds me of Texas Hold'em because when people snap and then like you call, like it's like they're bluffing sometimes.
100%. Like
then it's just like, oh, I got you. You don't realize what I got right now. You know?
Yeah,
like,
no, I definitely use it the same way too. I'll try to use it as like a poke to be like, all right, like I'm feeling confident, but like maybe I'm not sure if I have this. Let me throw a snap down and try to wiggle you out.
Losing 8 cubes though.
Losing 8 is rough. I basically, if I get to a snap at the end and it's gonna be 8 and it's the last turn, I like try to analyze the board. I'm like, if I don't feel like I can fully win this, like if I don't feel very confident, I usually retreat. Now, I wasn't doing that before, but like, you can't climb if you play reckless. Like you can't. It's so hard.
It's just wild to me because this game is probably in my top 3 game of the years right now. Like,
it's very good. It's very good.
It's like it is in my top 3. Like, and it's a fucking mobile game. But like, I think like I shouldn't like knock it because it's a mobile game because like Hearthstone wasn't a mobile game. I don't think it was. But like, it's like just plays perfectly on mobile, and I don't think I'd ever want to play it on anything else. But the game's fucking amazing, and I feel like I have to keep on changing my strategy, so I never feel like it's getting stale to me. I feel like I'm always changing things. Or I'm learning something new every match I play. I'm like, oh, you can do that. Oh, okay.
So, yeah, I don't know. This game's fucking really good. Like I'm shocked
it's
at
bad,
how good it is.
It's bad for me and you for work because like of like what we do, and like I'll be like, oh, I can get in between accounts. I'm like, oh, I'll play a quick match. I'm like, fuck, I gotta get in there. Like, what am I doing?
It's also never a quick match. It's like, all right, I'm on a streak. I gotta keep the fucking streak going, baby. Mike, has any of this talk made you interested in or were you previously interested in downloading this game?
You don't have to spend money in this game either. Like you don't.
So, full disclosure, I definitely spaced out throughout most of it. I heard numbers being used a bunch of
Oh,
times.
I know.
was like, okay,
I wasn't gonna
think
quiz you.
I don't think I actually care about this game at all. Before I thought I was interested, but now I'm just like, you know what? Maybe no.
It's
Have you ever
a
played,
deck
like, a
builder.
card
It's a
building game?
collectible deck builder.
Have you ever played a game like this, Mike? Like any kind of card building game? Or...
No.
Oh, so I feel
Mike.
like if you've never, I feel like you could get into this. I really,
I think
really
you
feel
could
like
too. It's also
I
free.
probably could, but
It's
now
free.
I just don't care.
Mike,
Now I really just don't care.
you're trying to tell
I
me
don't
that
understand.
the duelist kingdom calls and you're not gonna fucking answer the call?
Bro, I've seen what happens to the people that play Duel Monsters. They get their souls sucked out and then trapped in VHS tapes and what have you.
Like you're not trying to get your soul sucked.
I'm not trying to get my soul sucked, man.
All right, I guess that's
I don't know.
fair.
I think you would. I think Mike would like. But then again, I tell Mike that he'd like games all the time. He's like, "Yeah, fuck you, I don't care."
I think you would like it, Mike. I think
Yeah,
you'd
I really have to like stumble into a game and be like, oh yeah, I actually kind of like this. And even then, I'll probably play it for a little bit and then
Well, I think
Oh.
like I think that this game like handles microtransactions and everything else really well because you really don't have to fucking buy anything.
you
in this game.
definitely don't have to buy anything because you
can speed up the process if you want.
Yeah, you can speed up the process, which I think is still not great, but you can unlock all of the types of currencies through the game. It just takes long.
I've definitely put like $20 into the game so far. I bought the battle pass and then I bought some gold just to fucking get.
Oh boy,
cards.
he's
Yeah,
getting in.
And I'm
I
like,
have
oh, it's
only
$5.
well, I lied. I have made 2 purchases because I bought the battle pass and I bought that Captain America like starter bundle.
I did too.
It was like $3. So
Yeah, it was $3.
that's
I was
all
like, yeah.
Because at first I wasn't sure exactly how the card rollout was going to be, and I was like, "Oh, this Captain America card looks kind of good. Like it's $3, whatever, $3."
I thought the Captain America card was like something you had to buy. I didn't think it was going to be in the game.
I know when I unlocked the variant, I was like, "You motherfucker!"
But I just unlocked it recently though. Like I was like, "Oh, okay. Well, I would have fucking never used this card probably if I didn't buy it."
I mean, at this point I have a lot of fucking cards, and I have barely used half of them. Like there are so many cards in this game.
Like I think Cosmo is a huge card to use, and I think I might throw that in my deck and start using that because, people who fucking use Gamora, people who use like any of those cards, like they're fucked.
I might add Jubilee to my deck. That's chaos though. That's too much. I have Jubilee. Yeah, I unlocked her today.
The second I get her, I'm putting her in my deck. I absolutely want her.
It's funny that you're cool with using Jubilee, but you're not cool with Morph because it's like the same. It's not the same because it's your deck and not their hand. But it's like the same amount of like potential chaos. Like you could pull. I don't know. I guess unless you like work it in a specific way. Morph is definitely more of a gamble because you're pulling from a deck that you do not know what it is in. I don't know. It is a good game. I agree with you, Todd. I think that it handles microtransactions, especially for a mobile game where mobile games are like usually very predatory. Like I've played, my fair share of mobile games where it's like, oh, you can play like two rounds today. Oh, you want to play? You got to wait 5 hours, or you can buy buy a couple more games. It's like, that's just how mobile, like there's that type of mobile game. Then there's the gacha games that are like, you're trying, like the Fire Emblem Heroes game, which I think it might be Nintendo's most profitable mobile game, like more than any of the Mario Party games, even though I think, or not Mario Party, but Mike, you played Mario Kart World Tour for a bit. That has like, you have to spend money to unlock characters, right?
I think so. I think I only played the beta and then I stopped.
Oh, why did I think you were playing it more after that?
No, because I had a really bad experience for like one match, and then I was like, you know what, never again, and I stopped.
Yeah, I think Mario Kart has similar gacha mechanics, but like Fire Emblem Heroes, which I did play a good amount of, because it is a fun mobile Fire Emblem game if you just want like a pocket-sized like tactics RPG. But like you want to get good pulls and good characters, and you end up spending fucking money, and it's a very profitable game for them. So like mobile games are built around monetization, and this game has it. And I'm sure again, they $2 million in the first week for a free game. That's a lot of fucking money.
Well, it's fucking crazy to me because like I don't want to fucking make this comparison, but like and like one's a console game, one's a fucking.
He's
But
really
like
gonna bring up Overwatch right now.
no, I'm just saying like I haven't spent a dime on Overwatch, and if they had prices the way that this game has, I probably would have already pumped like $30 into Overwatch. But they have dumb prices, so I'm not gonna put any money into that game, and I'll fucking put money into fucking the Marvel Snap, which is
Yeah.
fucking crazy that I'm gonna put money into a fucking phone game that I always talk shit about, and I won't put even $1. I haven't even bought the battle pass and fucking. It's a $20 battle pass, first of all, so
Yeah.
that's fucking asinine, anyways. But like a game that I put like 2,000 hours into, I won't even put a dime into now. Like it's just wild to me. Like, and it's just like it's. I think this is the right way to handle a game like this, and I think that Overwatch would probably see way better profit margins if they fucking just did it this way.
Yeah.
Maybe not as cheap as what they do. You can be a little bit more expensive, do like Fortnite numbers. But yeah, I mean, it's just, they're handling it very well. Like I don't ever feel like if I'm spending money, I'm spending a lot of money, which is the best way to do it because you're going to spend more money probably that way.
100%. I mean, that was me today. When I went for a walk to get coffee this morning, I was playing Pokemon Go on the walk, and I was like, "Fuck, I'm using my incest right now. I'm walking. I have 2 coffees in my hand. I don't have the time in this exact moment to fucking like transfer a bunch of Pokemon so I have space to catch more Pokemon. So I'm just spending fucking $5 to increase my space. I don't have fucking time to sort this right now. I just want to keep catching shit. And in my head, I'm like, oh, $5 is nothing. It's the price of a cup of coffee. I just won't get coffee tomorrow. I'm still gonna get fucking coffee tomorrow.
Yeah,
like it doesn't fucking matter.
Exactly. But no, but that's exactly how I justify it. I'm like, oh, I get fucking a coffee and like a sandwich in the morning every single day. Like, what's fucking $3?
Yeah.
You know? Like, what's it's.
Yep. Mike, I'm just saying this could be your 2022 Space Jam: A New Legacy. I'm just saying, Mike.
Are you speaking highly of Space Jam or poorly of Snap?
I'm just saying it could be like that one game you've played that came out this year. I don't know if there's another one or not, but
Was Space Jam this year or last year?
No, that was last year.
Neon White. That would probably just be my game.
Oh shit! Did you finish Neon White though?
Wait,
No,
so
I
you like?
stopped.
You gotta finish Neon White, Mike.
Mike, you like card building games? That's fucking.
That's
this
true.
Is like
that is kind of a card building game, Mike.
I mean, that's oversimplifying it to a great degree. And like I said, I was interested in Snap for a little bit because there was a period of time where like I didn't know it existed. Then it came out and people were talking. I was like, oh yeah, this was actually really good. I'm like, okay, interesting. Maybe I'll check it out. And then I listened to you guys sort of talk about it for a bit. I'm like, yeah, actually, you know what? I don't care.
But we're getting into the like. So here's what I was saying to. I think it must.
You don't have to try and sell me on it anymore.
No, I'm going to, Mike. Here's my Sea of Thieves Jesse Sea of Thieves pitch right here. I think I was saying this to Todd earlier. I was saying it to someone. Maybe I might have been saying this to you yesterday, Mike. Actually, I heard it. So I did. I said this to Mike yesterday. I already pitched Mike on this game. I feel like the game does a good job of giving you starting cards, and like you're playing against real people, or maybe there's bots at the beginning. I don't fucking know. Like the Fortnite effect, you play in a match full of bots, so you win and feel good.
I think there's
whatever.
definitely some bots at the beginning.
At the beginning, I think so too. That's what I was confused about at first because I was like, this person
I was like,
really.
am I even playing against real people? I didn't know if I was.
Well, not only that, it was like I was playing against people that were named like Blackjack, and I'm like, is that really like what you logged into this and named yourself fucking Blackjack, or like is that just like what are we doing here? But it gives you like I feel like I'm actually curious if it gives everyone the same starting deck, or if it's like a variation. But it's like gives you the right tools and gives you like a platform to get into the game and kind of get used to it.
It makes it very easy. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like an easy game to jump into.
And then
For
like
a somewhat complicated game.
Yeah.
It makes it pretty easy.
Yeah. It like it introduces you to the game mechanics pretty easily, gives you the right cards to do that. And then like without pushing you to do so or like forcing you to do so in any way, it kind of just starts to turn into like let me play around with my deck and like I'm choosing to do this. The game's not telling me to change my deck. I am choosing to go. It might actually like tutorial wise be like you can swap cards out this way, but it doesn't like make you finalize your deck some way. At least I don't fucking think it does. Did it make you do that? I think it does make you like show you how to swap cards, but I don't think it like makes you change your deck permanently. Regardless, Mike, I think you should download it. It's free. Might as well just try it. You know what I mean? You don't have to spend any money.
And you don't have to play against any of us because that doesn't exist yet.
Exactly. So you can
can
just
just
go
go
in. You can just go in, and you can make decks, Mike, that just function like total mayhem, and they're just fucking off the wall, bonker town. I will say we need to wrap things up, but I will say this: have either of you gotten a board that has ego on it? Because that is absolutely the worst thing in this game.
That sucks so bad.
I let it play until the last one, and I was like, "Fuck this, I'm out."
What I'm confused by is it the game trying? But is the game trying to make you like? Is the game choosing what it thinks is the best choice for your play? Because I watched it play. I've gotten ego probably 3 times at this point.
I've only got him once.
And I watch it make decisions for me, and I'm like, there's no way that the game, if the game's goal is to try to make the best possible decisions for both players, there's no fucking way that's what this game is thinking is the best move right now. Like choosing to not play cards or like moving cards to options that like it literally shouldn't go to. So every time I get ego, I just fucking retreat. I'm like, nope, I'm not doing this. Like, it's not going to happen.
I'm wondering if he'd ever pick Scarlet Witch to change it. Like, I don't know if that would be an option.
Oh, I don't know. Yeah, I'm curious. I will say the other interesting card that I got from a morph, or maybe there's a couple of rooms that you'll get that will like play a random card for you that's like not from someone's deck. It's just a random card. Have either of you got a Galactus card yet?
Yes. Just
what is it?
Just random, or you have it?
No. I've gotten it randomly.
Yeah.
I don't think I've gotten it.
If you play Galactus, Todd, wherever you play it, it destroys everything else on the other 2 things, like completely.
Awesome.
Like not only like all the cards, but like you can't play cards in those spots anymore. So it just all comes down to one lane.
That's great.
I got that one time from a random pull, and I was like, I was gonna lose this game, and now I just won because of this fucking bullshit. Fuck, it's a very good game. I'm gonna play too much Marvel Snap tonight.
For real.
Any final thoughts on first couple weeks of Marvel Snap? I think this game has longevity. I think it is like.
I agree. Yeah, I think so too.
They can very easily fuck this up if they make the wrong changes. I know. That's the problem. It's on your phone.
Hands all that. Yeah, right.
I'm excited to see what the long-term game looks like. I'm excited to see what stuff they add, and like they're gonna clearly do events and stuff because they already have one.
They said they're adding competitive too. Like.
Oh
like,
yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, just based on the fact that like they. You know, it's ex Hearthstone people, ex Blizzard people. Like they clearly want to, you know, make the streamlined version of this type of game, which is like cut out some of the fluff, make matches concise and whatever. And there's a lot of like, I mean, we've all seen it in different ways. There are a lot of very interesting ways you can build a deck to like make cool things happen. So
I always thought Hearthstone was super cool. Like I had it on my iPad, and I was like, "This is I like really dig this game," but I never like dived into it.
Yeah,
and I'm kind of glad I finally did with this game because I knew I liked Hearthstone when it came out. It was just one of those games that I forgot about basically because I don't fucking ever use an iPad. It was just on my iPad. But yeah, it's I will be playing this game for quite some time.
Yeah,
and I feel like they're gonna constantly update it, and you know, there's always. I'm thinking of all the Marvel characters I still haven't seen, and I'm like, holy shit! There's like so many people that I'm still like, we haven't seen, like Black Knight, like people like that, like just like or some Eternals. Haven't seen any Eternal people, like nothing. Like there's so much stuff that you can do.
I mean, and not only that, there's like variant cards, so it's like you're gonna like I'll see someone play a card that I use, and I'm like. That's a dope fucking variant. Like I need to find that variant.
Right.
Like I need and like
I saw a dope Sentinel variant today, and I was like, I need that one. It was like a black and white one with like a red beam coming out of his hand. I was like, oh fuck, I want that.
For my own sake, it has been good that if you go in the shop tab, that for me, I haven't felt compelled to buy any of the variants that have been in the shop. They rotate daily.
I haven't either.
But the second that happens, it's gonna be real hard. Like they cost 700. For me right now, there are some for 700 and some for 1200, or 700 and 1200. Yeah, so that's.
I think it's like $5 for 400 gold, maybe, or something like that. But you earn gold on a regular basis.
But like if I wanted to buy one of those variants, that's $10. If I wanted to buy the other one, the 1200 one, that's like $15. Yeah, so that's not a great.
Still cheaper than Overwatch.
That's like the same price as Overwatch. That's pretty steep.
No, they're 20, 25, 20.
Still, that's not great. I'm curious. Is it anyone have the game open right now? Is the shop the same for everyone? Multiple man, Ant-Man.
Nope, it's different.
Interesting.
I like that. Then that's really cool that they do it. Everything's just fucking neat.
Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna. This game is bad. It's gonna end up making me spend money. I know it is. Cool. So, I would say my blanket take a weekend is Marvel Snap is free, so it's definitely worth a download if you think you care about like a collectible card battler game, whatever the fuck it's called. I definitely think it's worth a download. I kind of agree with Todd. Like, I can absolutely say this has been one of the funnest things I've played this year. So it's like for sure in my top favorite games of this year, which is very bizarre to say. So yeah, I don't know. I recommend it. I think it comes kind of highly recommended across the board. I don't think
Mike won't play it because we talked about it.
That is true. Right? That is true. So we may have just gotten all of our listeners to not download it, but you know.
No, I don't think anyone has the same thought process as Mike. If someone listens to three people rave about a game for 20 minutes, they're not gonna be like, "Fuck that game."
Yeah. Well, it's weird. I'm
20 minutes.
I'm trying to. Yeah. I'm trying to think. Do any of us have like negatives to say about this? I don't really think I have any negatives, like gameplay wise, microtransaction wise. You know, you can maybe dig for some stuff, but like
you don't even have to do it though.
Gameplay wise, mechanics and stuff, I don't really have any hangups at this moment.
No.
Either of you? No. Dumb.
No complaints.
No, I read some. I was reading Apple reviews when we first started talking about it, just to see like if people were speaking negatively about it. There were a few negative reviews that said this game is pay to win. I don't understand how that. Like the logic was that like you pay to get the battle pass and then you get Spider-Woman and Carnage, so you win. But then you just build a deck around a different set of cards.
Yeah. Right. It's like very easy to counter those cards.
I guess I mean, technically, yes, it has some pay to win elements because if you like, it's not like straightforward pay to win, but it is like if you spend money in the shop to buy more gold and more credits, and like
more cards quicker.
You get more cards quicker, so you can make different decks. Like, yeah, sure, technically it's pay to win, but you don't have. I don't know. Yeah, I guess it's pay to win. Sure, I don't know. I'm not playing it competitively, so that literally doesn't matter to me. Like
no. And I've checked a lot of like Facebook and Twitter posts, and like I've seen nothing but positive comments, which is very rare these days to see people like actually talking like this game's actually really fun. I'm really surprised. That's like I see that the most. Like people are just like you're not seeing like that unwarranted hate that you do with everything these days.
I'm trying to see because the other thing too is when you get a card to infinity, when you split the card, it says split it to like mods or whatever. I don't know if that just meant like changing how the card looks or if there's like attributes you can add to a card. So like I don't know what if that is the case where you can like I got an Infinity Iron Man card. If I could then continue to level it up and then it gets additional perks or higher power, then yeah, again, you could pay money to make that upgrade happen faster and technically have better cards. So yeah, in that regard it would fall under the same umbrella of pay to win, I would say, but I don't know. In a game like Fortnite, where you can pay all the money you want and you're just getting skins that don't affect gameplay, a game like that is not pay to win. A game that has elements that are different that you can pay for, sure, but again, I don't know.
I don't know. It still is a card builder. So I mean, I understand the upgrading thing, but like you just build around what you have. Like
yeah. I don't know. That's not a hang up for me with this game.
Yeah. I mean, I used my first deck up until like level like 30, without even having to change it, and I won quite. And like it wasn't like a lot of losses. Like you know what I'm saying? Like what I originally started with basically was all my cards.
Yeah. Well, I think it's a resounding stamp of approval for us for right now. If that changes in the future, we'll talk about it, I'm sure. But I'm excited for more of this game and excited to see how it continues to get built out. And I don't even think it's like a game that's lacking things aside from like the ability to play against each other, which again is currently not an issue for me. Like it would be nice to be able to be like, hey, I'm gonna fuck you
play
up
against you guys.
I know.
That's gonna be great.
Well, that's even better now because like we all have like kind of our own play styles and we have our own cards, and it's like, all right, now I'm feeling good.
It's probably gonna change before we even get to that point. Like our play styles, like we're gonna probably get all these new cards, and we're gonna be like, oh yeah, I don't play the way I used to play anymore.
Yep. All right. Well, that'll bring us to everyone's favorite segment of this show, a game that we like to call "What's in the Box." Game where I pull games off the back of my shelf, read the back of the box, panel guesses the game. First one to get it correct gets the point. We keep track of the score all year long. We're getting into that 0 hour with 2 months left in the year. Dom's sitting at the top with 77. Todd, though, crept up from last week with those bonus points. He's at 72, and Mike at 59. I got a couple of stumps, bunch of guest board points out there. But none of that matters, because first things first is game number 1. Blanks won a blank. The bad news is that it's crawling with blank, and blank seems to be
Luigi's Mansion.
Mike gets the point.
Oh, like how did you know that?
I spent a good period of time wondering if he said WON or 0 ONE. I didn't know if you said one or one. And I was like, all right, what could this possibly mean? And why would he blank out both words around it?
Luigi's won a mansion.
Yes.
Luigi's won
I eventually got to that.
mansion.
that didn't even ring any bells.
The bad news is that it's crawling with ghosts, and Mario seems to be trapped inside. There you go, Mike.
Was it the first one or the?
It was indeed Luigi's Mansion. Luigi's Mansion. Game number 2.
I found that GameCube game the other day, and Liam was so mad because he couldn't play it. I'm like, buddy, I don't know if I have my GameCube anymore.
For this next game, you do need the full title. Everything You Feared. After narrowly surviving the horrific onslaught in blank blank, blank blank now seeks clues in search of her missing brother blank. The blank blank memo read, confidential, phase 1, blank blank, test complete.
Resident Evil Code Veronica.
Mike with the fucking double down.
I was gonna say I knew it was Resident Evil, but I didn't.
I knew it was a Resident Evil 2. I was trying to figure out which one it was.
Mike, how did you just snipe that?
Yeah, I don't know how.
Because I know we did Resident Evil 2 before, so I was like, all right, it has to be a Resident Evil game. What's that one Veronica that I know has like a longer title? So I just went with Code Veronica. I don't know what that game's about.
It's about Claire looking for her brother still. Jeez, Mike. Mike, are you going for the sweep, Mike?
No.
You kind of want him to get the sweep at this point.
There is a longer title for the game that is in my hand, but you do not need that full title. You just need the title of this game. Savage. What do you got, Don? What do you got? You got something?
I kind of want him to try and get this.
I can't remember the name of the fucking game.
You don't need the full title. Just.
No, I know, but I have to think of the fucking
legit name.
Don't say too much out loud.
Go ahead. I can't. I know. I can't do it right now.
Savage action, sadistic world, sensational combat, rebalanced gameplay, classic alternate costumes, new bloody blank mode.
Oh, that's not.
New turbo and hardcore modes. Chain together stylish combos.
Mortal Kombat?
No. Chain together style.
Devil May Cry 5?
No.
What did you say it was?
Well, I said Devil May Cry, and then I said 5, and then he said no. So I probably should have just said Devil
Just
May
say
Cry.
Devil May Cry, yeah.
Mike, fucking look at this guy. Mike over here said I got 2 months left, 2 weeks. Fuck it, I'm coming for the top. That just put Mike 10 points.
That's sweet.
10
What was the
points out.
What was the zombie game? The horde clearing game?
Left 4 Dead,
Left 4 Dead
Dead
Dead Rising was the mall one, yeah. But
that's what I was expecting, was that you were gonna pull the Dead Rising game, because one of them had like a super long title for no reason.
Yes, I have 2 more games.
It was like a okay.
Mike, are you going
Well,
for
one of them is Dead Rising.
No, it's not.
This is got to be the quickest fucking. And Mike's sweeping this thing, and it's been like 3-4 minutes.
Mike's going for the fucking.
I have things to do.
Mike's going for the five player sweep. Tense and terrifying. The Telegraph. That was a quote, a box quote from the Telegraph. I don't know what the Telegraph is, so I don't know if that's a contextual clue to like something. Well, I don't know if it like if that was a hint that I'm not aware of, it being like, oh, it's a UK. Anyways, enter the mind of a madman.
Alan Wake.
No.
Oh man, that's a great guess. I love that. That is a great guess. I'm so mad you didn't get that. Oh.
After witnessing the slaughter of fellow officers, Blank is ambushed and knocked unconscious. When he
Max Payne 2?
No. When
okay, I feel like I had to guess that just in case.
When he awakens, he finds himself in a deranged world where hideous creatures wander.
Is it Raccoon City?
No.
No, I think I know the name of this game, and I can't think of it right now.
Wander among the dead, facing unimaginable terror and fighting for survival. Blank embarks on a frightening journey to unravel what's behind this evil force.
Oh man, I think I'm the only person that's played this game probably too.
This is trying to see. This is now technically a Microsoft game.
Yeah, I know exactly what it is, and I forget the name, and I don't want to give this away.
It is rated M for mature, featuring blood and gore, intense violence, and strong language.
No. Why can't I think of this? The same thing keeps on popping into my head.
This is a first in, I believe, a series. Or at least I believe there are 2 of them.
I just beat the second one recently, like a year ago.
It is a Tango Gameworks game, published by Bethesda.
This is like a layup. This is a legit layup.
Not Prey?
I keep on thinking. I keep on saying like
it's Dishonored.
No.
Nope.
It's not.
It's Alan Wake.
You got it. Alan Wake, American Wasteland.
Why do I like? I'm not going to say this game because this game could be next, so I don't want to say this. But it keeps on popping into my head. I'll say it at the end. Fuck, man! I know this game. Like, Evil Within.
It is indeed the Evil Within.
Evil Within.
I was like, I like the whole time. I'm like, fuck! I know this. I know this.
All right, the final game. You don't need the full title of the game, simply because I feel like the full title of the game is. I will, depending on how the answers are given, I will award points accordingly. Come get some. Step into the shoes of blank blank or his friends and experience over-the-top co-op and PvP multiplayer action. Fight for good as a team of 4 survivors to take down blank and evil forces.
Left 4 Dead?
No. Or
Come get some.
Blood?
Or wait, what did Mike say?
Back 4 Blood.
Back 4 Blood.
Incorrect. And evil forces, or take control of the powerful blank blank in a game.
Can I go? I'm ready because I think the first thing gave it away. It is the Evil Dead video game, whatever the fuck it's called, the Evil Dead multiplayer, whatever.
Yeah, that's why I said you don't have to give me the real the title, because the title is just Evil Dead the game, so it is.
Well, come
Evil
get
Dead.
some is like a quote from Ash, which I just
See,
thought
and that's what I
on.
thought it might have been. So I almost didn't read that part, but I was like, nah, I'm just gonna do it.
It's not an over the. If like it's not like a crazy like giveaway, but.
Well, there you have it.
I kept on waiting. So I kept on waiting for you to say Dead Space, and I was like, in my mind, like Evil Event, I was like, Dead Space. I'm like, it's not Dead Space, but I'm like, why? Fuck. It's like.
I figured it's Halloween weekend. Do a little, some themed picks here.
I'm just confused why.
I thought we did Evil Within before. So I almost didn't pull it because I thought we did it before.
I don't know why you own that game, considering you don't like horror stuff.
Which one?
Evil Within.
You mean this sealed game that I
have? Evil Dead was also sealed.
Yes.
Yeah, right.
I don't think this is probably. I mean, it's actually not my type of game. I don't really like asymmetric horror games.
No.
Aside from Left 4 Dead and Back 4 Blood, because I feel like those are not comedic, but they're like the right level of I can deal with that. Dead Rising also falls in that same group for some reason. I don't know why. But with like Left 4 Dead and Back 4 Blood, it's also like a multiplayer game, so it's different. But anyways, that will do it for this week's episode 340 of the Pass Control Podcast. As always, you can find everything we do at passcontroller.io, on Twitter and Instagram at passcontroller, on Twitch at twitch.tv/passcontroller. Like us, follow us, share us, subscribe to us, tell a friend about us, leave us a review wherever you can leave podcast reviews, and follow all of these amazing people. I'm at BGroom. Mike is at _MichaelPath. Todd is at Toddy_by_nature. And Dom is at PTC _1 little spark. And we'll see you next time.